Hello everyone, welcome back to another video in our Elasticsearch tutorial series. Hopefully you are able to follow these videos and everything is clear enough so you're ready for this one. In this video we are going to be talking about sorting. So what we are going to do is we are going to extend our vehicle document with some new fields. We are going to index some new data, and then we're going to take a look at how we can sort for some field. For example, we are going to create a field called created, like as a created timestamp for the vehicle, and then we are going to sort all of the vehicles that we have by that field. And yeah, it's quite simple enough, and we are just going to take a look at how we can do that. So by now we can just start. The first thing that we want to do is we want to create two new fields. One would be the vehicle name, so it's something that we are also going to use, and the other one would be the vehicle created timestamp, so created. So let's create those two fields. So here they are. We have a new field called name, and we have a new field called created. The created is of time, so it's a date of type date. So this is something important because now the next thing that we want to do is we want to introduce this mapping, so the same as we did before, and now we want to have the correct mapping. So let's take a look at how we can do that. So we have here ID, we have a number, and basically we can copy the number part and paste it here and change this to name. So the name will be exactly the same as the number, and if we paste it once more and change it to created, so this is the created, the type will be date. So the important thing with dates is that you can have different formats, you can do different kind of things with it. We're going to be doing just one format, but just keep in mind that you can do different ones. For example, you could do a date format, but you could also insert it as a timestamp, so as a long, basically if you take the current timestamp, you can also insert that, so that's also a thing. And the same type, so the mapping type would be still date, so this is something that you can keep in mind. If you want to know a little bit more about it, you can just search for this type, so the mappings type date, and Elasticsearch has a really nice documentation about it, so you can take a look at the things that we have there. So before we continue, we want to take care of the formatting of our date here. And to do that, we're just going to add the JSON format annotation with some pattern that we want to use. And yeah, so here is our format that we are going to be using for this date. So just adding this annotation should take care of everything. Okay, the next thing that we want to do is we want to go to our search request DTO, and here we want to extend this. So we want to provide a new property which will basically be defining the fields on which we want to sort. So we want to add a new field on which we sort, and we also want to add the order. So are we sorting ascending or descending? So let's do that. And here it is. We have the sort by of type string and order of type sort order, which is coming from the Elasticsearch library. So we have the ascending, descending order. Great. So now that we have done all of this, we can actually jump to our util class, which is in the search util. And now we want to extend our build search request method. So this method here, we want to add some sorting. As you can see, we have our builder here, so the search source builder. This is what we are going to be extending. So we can remove the final from here, and we can add some check here. So if we want to say if the search request DTO contains this sort by field, then we want to apply. And here it is. So this is what we have. We have our DTO get sort by. We are doing a check if it's null or not. And then we are having our builder to apply the sort. So with the builder, we can say .sort, and to sort, we are providing the field on which we are going to be sorting, and we are also providing the order. So if we jump to this, we can see that we have a name. So the name is the name of the field, and the order is the sort ordering. So it's actually quite straightforward. So let's go back. What we else have here, we are just checking if the order is not null, and if it is not, then we are just using whatever we are sending from our front end, so whatever is coming in through this method via this DTO. Otherwise, we are just using the ascending order by default. And basically that would be it. So we don't have to change anything else here. Everything else should work. But since we have added some new fields to our JSON, so to our document, we will probably need to recreate our index. Not probably, but we will definitely need to recreate our index. So let's start our application, and keep in mind that Elasticsearch is already running. So once the application is started, we want to go over and recreate our index. As you probably remember, in our previous tutorial, we created this index controller where we have this recreate endpoint, which basically will delete our index, in our case just the vehicle index, because we are only including that one. And once we have deleted it, it's going to also recreate it, so we will have this new mapping that we need. And let's see if our application has started. Yes, it is. Let's go here. So we have our recreate endpoint. Let's send the request here, and yeah, that's it. Then let's see what we have here. Okay, so we want to create some vehicles. Let's go. We have the ID, we have the number, which will be something like probably a license plate or something like that. So let's do something like this. Then we have our created timestamp, where we can set the date. So for example, 0704 is today's date. And what else did we create? The name. Yes, so we have also the name. So let's add that and put something like BMW M3 here, and let's index that. So we have one. Let's change it a bit to and so yeah, here what we have is we indexed a couple of vehicles with different names, different numbers, and different created timestamps. Now if we go here to our /API/vehicle/search, where we can provide the fields, in our case it's the number field, we have the search term, and we did not name it a sort field, we named it by sort by. So we are searching, so what we are doing here is we are searching on the number field, which contains the term BMW, which is not something that we will have because we don't have a number with that value. And we have the sort by on created timestamp, so on created property, and the order is descending. So if I send this in, we should not find anything because there is nothing on this number property. So we're going to change this to name. If we change it to name, we can see that we have BMW M3. We have so it's on this year on July 4th. Here we have June, and yeah, those are the only BMWs that we have. And if I change the order, so now we got ID1 and ID2. If we change the order, we should get it in a different order. So we have ID2 and ID1, which is perfect, which is exactly what we wanted. And yeah, I think that's everything that we wanted to show in this tutorial. I think if I put, how could I do that? We could change it to number. And if I put it like this, then we should get different ones. Yeah, again, we are getting the same ones here. It is not helping, but if I put it to name and Audi and then send it, then we get some different vehicles. So it's really working, and you can see that the order is still preserved. So this one is from 2016 and this one is from 2020. And if we would not provide the order, it should still stay the same because I think the default one is ascending. Yes, and of course if we invert it, then then it should come on the other way. Yep, so it's descending now. As you can see, sorting is quite simple. Perfect. That's everything I wanted to show you in this video. Hopefully you liked it and you learned something new. It's quite a short one, but yeah, it's a important thing. So sorting, you will definitely use it in your applications. If you have any questions, if something is unclear here, do let me know and I will try to explain it to you the best I can. So hopefully you liked it, and we see each other in the next one.